Well, Darren, finally got that win that you so deserved, and 2 goals as well.
Yeah, we still was. We've still got so much to do with our forward play, because again our goals have come from Barkley and Gorman, but so pleasing to come from set plays, because the delivery that we put in, week out, is deserving of goals from set plays, and we've not been good enough from that. Something Max Hunt, as he grows older, has to be better at. Wilkinson hasn't been good in it this year. So I was pleased to get 2 goals from set plays. I was absolutely astounded by the physical performance of the players. I thought I thought they were magnificent physically, and the game lacked technical quality. Let's make sure we all understand it was barking mad at times, but the attitude and the physical output from the players was good.
But great goals as well. I mean, Ben Barkley's was pretty much a striker's finish.
Well, he's a very good technician, Ben, and when we work in the final third and he eventually gets a little go at being an attacker, he's actually very good. Saw a couple of times where he wins the ball back today and he's calm enough to put one through a leg or jump it over a foot. He's very good at doing those things. So no, he's got good quality, Ben, and again we just got to make sure we keep trying to get in from those set play deliveries. I thought Ted Can's set plays restarts were excellent as well. But no, so I think my attitude changed to the players this week. They know and felt it, and it was much needed.
And how important was the timing of that second goal? Because they came out all guns blazing, they had nothing to lose, of course, in that second half, but it came at a good time, didn't it?
They came out and changed shape, and I thought it just maybe it took us 2 or 3 minutes to kind of get the players to get their thoughts on the shape and where people were going, and the difference between, because you learn so much in a half of football when you're playing. You understand your opponent's weaknesses and strengths and kind of where they're going to geographically operate, and then that changed. So I thought they did that well. I thought Matthew did really well at that today, but Dale's quality was very good. He's got that good quality though, and it was so ironic because a fan before the game said to me, a really nice man, and we were talking at length before the game about the future, and he said I really like Gorman, but he's too selfish with them free kicks like that. So it was. I thought of him straight away, so he'll know who he is if he's listening. How
pleased were you with the clean sheet? Because we spoke about the defensive errors that were creeping in. It must be really important to get that clean sheet.
I said that to Charlie, that there was no drama. There was no drama today. I know people are going to say about the position of Dover and things like that, but I never underestimate Andy Hess and Tyler teams. Andy was some player, and he has that same attitude in his coaching, so you can never underestimate them. And I thought our attitude to the game was very good today, very focused, very almost like a single vision to what they wanted to achieve, and because of that I thought we kept our shape well. Pitch is very difficult to balance your touch out once you come out of a tackle. It was very difficult there. We saw that a lot as the game opened up, but there was no real sort of dramatic moments. They had one where the lad was offside, and unfortunately he was offside, and they went through around Ted, but apart from that I felt pretty strong all day.
And a word on Ted Can. You decided to bring him in, another young keeper. You do have Max Evans. He hasn't been quite making the squad in recent weeks though. Is that part of his development going forward?
I've wanted to have the 5 outfield subs, because the National League, even though they ask us every year to make suggestions on how to improve every year, I would say 20 managers out of 23, 24 teams would say, can we have an extra sub just so we can get the goalkeeper on the bench and have 5 outfield subs? And every year we get turned away, every year. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why our players seem to have to do more than players in the league above. I really don't. Anyway. But I felt because of the run of form for Max this is, I just thought it'd be really unfair to put a teenager away at Dover in goal. Ted obviously played for us 2 years ago, and he made a big impression on me at that time, because he played behind a really experienced back four, which as a young man would have been quite intimidating. I think Alcott was fullback, Dickinson, Collins and Wilkinson, and he made a big impression on me. And I've actually tried to recruit him every season since then. So it was nice to bring Ted in. Grant needs to clear his groin up, so we needed that. We probably needed a bit of a change, and we probably needed that feeling of change in the dressing room. And when you recruit players, then I have to give everyone a wallop up the backside. So that was very good, and we're very thankful to West Brom because they've done it where it's financially just a no-brainer. And the same with Josh also.
Yeah, of course, he got a wonderful reception. That must be so nice for you to be able to bring him back. He was such a fan's favourite, and barely played in front of them, of course, because we were behind closed doors.
He's great, Josh, and he drove it. We've been in touch the whole season, Josh and I. We've got a brilliant family, and you do feel partly responsible when they get bad injuries. So we stayed in touch, and Luton were great. Nathan Jones, Chris Cohen at Luton. Obviously 2 ex-Yeovil men were just fabulous with us again. And we're the last stage of Josh's kind of rehabilitation before starting next season. So there was cobwebs. I thought he was quite rusty. So we're going to have to go back to what the plan was before and remind him. But he came in yesterday and trained, and he's so excited to come back. And the great thing was when he come back in, this is his determination. And you don't get too much of this with young players anymore. He said, Altrincham away last day, I'll be ready for that. So it bless him to have that courage and confidence in going back to a place that holds many bad memories was very refreshing. And again, I've never been able to take Wakefield off and then keep the game stretched with Nurfield, or have Knowles off and still have a threat in the flank positions. But he does that for us now, and he's a wonderful weapon to yesterday in training. I won't name the player, but he absolutely tormented him up and down, and I kept him away from Mark Little yesterday just in case. But they're gonna come up against each other very soon. So great to have him back. Fabulous kid, and man, shall I say now? And he's grown. He looks bigger. He looks physically stronger, and he's going to be a weapon for us. And we've got to build him slowly.
Really well done today, Darren.